Two parallel lines, A and B, are cut by a transversal as shown. And here we want to prove that angle 1 is congruent to angle 7. So if we look at our picture, angle 1 and angle 7, they are alternate exterior angles. Line C is our transversal, so angle 1 and angle 7 are alternate because they are on opposite sides of the transversal, and they are exterior because they are outside of lines A and B. So this is an alternate exterior angle proof. So what we want to do here is we want to try to use the transitive property to get angle 1 and angle 7 both congruent to the same angle. If we can do that, then we can use transitive property to say angle 1 and angle 7 are congruent to each other. So we're going to start by saying that angle 1 is congruent to angle 5. So if we look at our diagram here, angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding angles. They are on the same side of the transversal and they're in the same spot. And we know that corresponding angles are congruent. So that's our first statement and reason. Well, after our given. So we start with the given, and then we can say that angle 1 is congruent to angle 5 because corresponding angles are congruent. Now we need to figure out a way to get angle 5 congruent to angle 7. Because if we can do that, then we can use the transitive property to say angle 1 and angle 7 are congruent to each other. So by looking at our pictures, we can say that angle 5 is congruent to angle 7 because angle 5 and angle 7 are vertical angles. They are across from each other, and we know that vertical angles are congruent. Now for lines 2 and 3, if angle 1 is congruent to angle 5 and angle 7 is congruent to angle 5, since both angle 1 and angle 7 are congruent to angle 5, we can use the transitive property to say they must be congruent to each other.